Good evening, folks, and welcome to FMA Discussion. This is episode 520, and today we'll be revisiting Christian, Jacob, and Noah and see what they've been up to since the last time we interviewed them. And as you know, if you watched the first one, which I'll try to find and reference that episode, we more or less covered their bios. So we'll kind of remind folks of that and then see what they're doing and who they're currently training with and their future plans. And without further ado, here they all are. If you're watching, tell us where you're watching from, smash that like button, and we're just getting started. Hey guys.
Hey Dean, how's it going?
Good, you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. So, actually, you know what? I gotta be reminded. Okay, let's just go in order. So, age is Jacob.
I'm 21.
Christian?
26.
Noah? You're muted. How about now?
No, I can't hear him.
Yeah, that's funny. It was working before. It can't be anything that serious. Huh. I don't know because we were just hearing him before. Everything was good, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, to answer the question for him, he's also 21.
All right, so you guys are the youngins. As a matter of fact, it was a few years ago. You guys had to be only like, I'm guessing 19 or something.
Yep.
Wow,
Right.
Yeah.
You know what you could try doing? Know what? Maybe try exiting, coming back in. Sometimes it could be that stupid. I mean,
That should work. Yeah.
let's try that. So I'm gonna exit out and come back in. There we go. All right. So, all right, let's start with you, Jacob. So, just for folks who might not know or didn't see the first one, your bio. It doesn't have to be FMA centric either. Just what have you done in the martial arts world?
Yeah. So if you don't remember who I am, I'm Jacob Childress. I've done martial arts for about 10 years now. Um, I started back in 2015 and have been continuing to do so with my partner there, Noah. Currently, right now, we're going to a dojo that's close by to where I'm at right now. I'm in a place called South Charleston, but it's over in that's I was about to say Dunbar, but no, that's not right. It's over close to a place called Hurricane or Tates Valley. It's called Elite Martial Arts. It's ran by a gentleman who is who does jujitsu, but he also has a guy that does eskrima as well. His name is Bill Craver, and then the owner of the place is named Wade. He's been good friends with Bill, and we've been training with him, and uh, Bill's been able to teach us some things that he's learned over the years, especially with some Balintawak and Serrata. So he definitely knows his stuff. He's been around the block a time or two. Um, right now, currently, I was planning on getting my rep up, having a good reputation with teaching and showing people what I know and what no one knows. And because where we live right now, there's not a lot of people that know this like me and him do. Um, and as I mentioned before, Bill Craver is another person that has done this for a very long time. So we're planning to maybe start business with some of the local gyms and see who might be interested in joining.
So, when you reference that, yeah, I mean, I think that's you guys could be in a unique situation. The fact that nobody else is doing it, but when you reference that, like what style in particular?
Well, where we openly research all of them, or the ones that we know currently, we'll kind of pull sources from these different styles. We don't really have a set style that we do, like modern arnis, Balintawak, Lemiko. Our teacher had encouraged us to learn from all these different styles. So you could generally say that it could be a JKD like platform or art, like Bruce Lee did. But we don't really have like a set style that we do. So we'll pull from different references and kind of help explain what we do. And it's more of a thing in general. It's not a set in stone uh, thing or martial art style.
What, all right, I'm gonna come back around to that. Just okay. Let's get so Christian. Where are you located again, Christian?
I'm in the Raleigh area, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. So yeah, same question, just for the folks who might not remember, just your martial arts background.
So I did Ishinryu karate for about 9 years, and near the end of that time period, maybe 7 or 8 years in, I started taking modern arnis under Master Roland Rivera, also in Raleigh area, obviously. Um, did a little bit of Aikido for a few months, and then I recently, in the past 2 years, picked up Judo, and I'm loving that.
Judo.
Exactly. It's like no greater feeling.
And 20 years, your back will be from slapping out. No, just kidding.
I'll have good break falls, though.
Oh man, I used to hate those break falls. Oh my god. And so, you're mostly is minor knee center. You're what you're doing.
Yes, I've also it's modern arnis. Master Roland has shown some stuff from a few different styles, but he generally makes it a clear point to tell us like, hey, this is from Kali Lustrissimo, or hey, this is from Kombatan. He makes that pretty clear, which is nice, and that way I can really. It's nice to be able to like section the art.
Yeah, you can compartmentalize them and
Yeah, know where what.
investigate further.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, and I've also trained in Balint to walk for a few years now.
With GM Bobby or somebody else?
From Master Roland and FQI Brian Corey under GM Bobby, but I've been to, because World Camp is in North Carolina, it's in Charlotte, that's not a far trip for me, so I try and make pretty much every World Camp, but I'm level 5 in Balint Walk right now.
Oh, okay. So you got level 6, and then you got the infamous level 7, where you have to come up with your 24 techniques. So you could add your judo in there and try to pay somebody to be your partner while you're talking.
Yeah, pretty much.
um, yeah, usually I know that just from all the interviews. I've heard about Brian though. He's supposed to be up there, right? As far as the
He's very good. He's close. He lives not terribly far from Charlotte, out where GM Bobby is based, but he's good friends with GM Bobby.
Yeah, I definitely have heard the name. Yeah. All right. Noah. Let me just see if we can hear him. No.
Still nothing.
Actually, there was a little. Go ahead, Noah.
Yeah, he's still muted.
What is going on?
Technical difficulties on his part.
Can't be anything that serious though, because before he was.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
audio.
yeah, there was some sound earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I mean, it's probably not that serious, but still.
It's got to be on his end because you guys you're coming through, so it's not Be Live or me. Anything? No. Yes, good to see the next. Absolutely, Errol. Yeah, right. I don't
Still
want to.
nothing.
Oh man.
Good try though. I would have done that too.
Yeah, I got a pair of earbuds on standby just in case. I would have tried it.
Well, why are you figuring that? Have you guys? So, have you guys got the cross train yet or meet?
We haven't had that opportunity yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys are. Well, you're in North Carolina, and Jacob, and were you guys Virginia, North or West Virginia? Which one?
Yeah, West Virginia.
No, that's. I mean, that's not that bad, right? I mean,
No.
it's doable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one day we'll have to go to one of those Balintawak seminars if he ever does them in his own in North Carolina.
Yeah, I believe he has World Camp pretty much consistently because It's the first week of November. That's when his
It's
birthday is.
annual. I think it's annual. Yeah.
Yeah, but this year's it's in Cebu, so I don't know that I'm not making that trip.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know annually you would have around his birthday. So this year's over. Okay, over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's typically in Charlotte, and that's like the first weekend of November. If you guys ever want to hop on that train, I would love to see y'all
Yeah.
there
Okay.
Yeah, one day
Um,
we'll have to.
for sure.
let me see here. Hello from. All right, we got Maynard. Houdin has great seminars. All right. The check was in the mail. um, nothing still on. Oh man. I could try here. Just hang tight. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna exile, come back in, and not that that's gonna do it, but
Go for it.
it's worth
Yeah, worth a
trying.
shot. Yeah.
All right. So you guys just hang tight.
We'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, because you with him going to Cebu, the first time that I seen him in his camp was over in Ohio. Um, I think that's the farthest I've ever. Well, no, that's not the farthest I've ever went, but it's the closest I've ever went to like one of his seminars or seminars
Mhm.
in general.
Yeah,
Um, the farthest one I've ever been to was in Texas, and that was with Guru Dan.
yeah. That one was probably worth it though. I would love this train with Guru Dan. I haven't gotten that opportunity yet.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm trying
one
to
goes.
think who was the host.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I could suggest to him. Um,
Yeah. I don't think it was his people from
what
California. I think
is
it
do
was
you,
a different group.
do you guys offhand know what Noah is using? Is he using a phone, laptop, computer by any chance?
I have no idea.
It
Okay.
looks like a computer, judging by the camera angle, or a
Yeah, it
laptop.
does.
Noah, if you can, just for try your phone. So you're gonna have to get out of here, copy and paste it to your browser on your phone. Let's see if that works. Okay. All right. Let's and then
Hope that clears it up.
hopefully that's worked in the past. But
Yeah, he can only answer yes or no questions. Shake your head yes or no.
Two blinks for yes, one blink for no.
Or
so
yeah, that too. Yeah.
so again, a Morse code with his eyes. But okay, let's swing it back. All right. So Jacob, are you more so? Are you looking at when you far as practicing? Is it more of a blunt weapon translation? Are you doing edge weapon as well? The empty hand? I mean,
It's a blend.
yeah.
So we me and Noah specifically, we try to incorporate a vast a wide variety of training. So we'll do sticks, knives, swords, we'll do bow staff, we'll do empty hand, we'll do almost anything that we see as useful because with the JKD philosophy, as you know, absorb what is useful and discard what is not. Um,
Yeah.
so anything that we can basically grab our hand on or get a hold of, and we see that it can be utilized in
Can you
a.
hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
There we
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
Gotta
That's
love
it.
See,
technology.
when in doubt, go to the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
But
you.
anyway, yeah. Anything that we can get our hand on and see it in a practical use, we will take advantage of that the best we can and try to we'll try to pressure test it, see how well it does. We might not use it, and or we might keep doing it. It just depends on what we find in training in that specific area.
All right, Noah, you're up. So background, martial arts background, and
Finally.
influence in FMA. What any system in particular, or just whatever?
So a couple. I'm a lot similar with Jacob. We started underneath the same first instructor, Guru Brian Lucas, and I've been doing it for almost 10 years now, just about 10 years. in the styles, he kind of taught it to us in a modernized blend. But if you wanted to section it off, there's a little bit of Inosanto Kali, a little bit of PTK, a little bit of modern Arnis. From the C lot side of things, because there was a lot of C lot that we kind of modernized in a sense, or practical, made it more. We took the practical part of it, separated it from the art, but we still learned the art. And as far as C lot went, it was Bukti Nagara, Pentjoxylot, and Pukulan Shamundi from the Willie Wetzel and John Malter lineage.
Mm.
That's very obscure. I'd be surprised if anybody knows anything
Yeah,
about.
no, he was referenced on a show or two. Yeah, I mean, not definitely not popular, but yeah.
Um, we got to learn a couple times at seminars from Grandmaster Bobby and Balintawak. We got to learn, I think it was last year, wasn't it, Jacob? We got to go to Texas and learn from Guru Dan Santo at a
Yep.
seminar, which was fantastic.
Yep. I was just telling Christian that.
No, is that right?
Yeah.
So a little bit of this and that, and then a little bit of Krav Maga, um, just kind of all thrown in there and blended together.
So we got a question. Maynard is asking, 10 years, you started 8. No, they would have started 11, right? 11 or so?
Yeah.
11, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That answers that. Interesting, the C lot, because I do a lot under Burton. And so what do you got? I think for self defense, like just I think it's good stuff to know the levers, the off balancing. I think it's
Oh
just,
yeah.
yeah. I really like it. Um, yeah, and it can be absolutely blended well with FMA. Matter of fact, I think a lot of the FMA at the hand, dare I say, and I'm going to get attacked for this. We'll see. I think it was heavily, from C lot. I really do. You know what I mean? Not all of it. I'm just saying. I think there is a profound influence in it. Have you played around with it, Christian, at all?
I've seen very little lot, more Quintal, and I know they're similar. The footwork and the handwork are a little split there, but I've seen a little bit of the Quintal more than the lot.
Yeah, there's definitely some parallel depending on where the Kuntal. Like if your teacher or your exposure, if they can link it to the Fujian province when they went down to the southern Philippines,
Yeah,
you're going to see the absolute parallel. Yeah, for sure. There's some styles, I guess um, they can kind of be sick around kicking, like stuff like that. But yeah, if you can get that jungle stuff, man, that's good stuff. In there. So, how do you guys? So, let me see this. So, Christian, what do you have for? So, outside of Roland Bear, are you kind of trying to find other training partners, or I mean, like, what are you doing?
I've been primarily focusing on the judo in the past couple of years, like I mentioned previously. But as far as like with the FMA specifically, I'm mostly keep it to my school for the most part. And I mean, Master Roland in the past few years has recently encouraged us to go to different seminars and camps and stuff, whether he's going to them or not, which we typically try and go with him because he tends to spearhead those. But or we'll message him if we see something like, "Hey, are you going to this? This looks pretty cool." Like we see G and Bobby's doing something, in a camp somewhere. But for the most part, I keep it to my school.
I see Roland at Chad's camp in Florida.
Yeah. He typically makes that. He's pretty close with those other modern artist guys.
Yeah.
G and Bruce Chu, Chad Bailey.
Oh my God, Maynard. Get that jungle stuff in there. What's that? Just that southern influence, Maynard, man. The tear, gouge, rip, break. You know what I mean? Just non-art. Let's just leave it. Well, let me just say that. But awesome. Okay, so are you all three of you teaching? Noah. So who are you teaching? What's going on?
So right now I'm at the same dojo as Jacob, and for the most parts we have one class a night that's in progress, and then other than that I just do private lessons. I have a couple clients that'll go and uh, teach stuff too. I'm more or less using that to bide my time until I graduate with college later this year. and that way I'll have a lot more free time to start investing in a building, a space, and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, you two could. When you're teaching, are you keeping it more purely kind of FMA, or you whatever they want?
Sometimes it's whatever they want. Sometimes it's whatever I'm feeling like because I'm the one teaching it. But I'll blend stuff a lot together. Sometimes I'll go straight traditional with one style, but a lot of times I'll blend it together just because I'm so used to blending it already. And sometimes I don't even realize it. But yeah, sometimes it's just an FMA class. Sometimes it's a C-Lot class. Sometimes it's just straight bare bones Krav. It just really depends on what they're looking for.
So okay, so are they more kind of? It's like, are they coming to you for like self defense, or it's kind of more hobby? They just kind of want to move around.
It's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of both. Sometimes they're just doing it just to get some exercise, and other times they're looking for self defense. So I'll cater it to the preference, and their how they move, what their ability is.
Okay, how about Christian? Are you teaching anybody?
I occasionally like fill in and teach some of the classes at our school, like if Master Roland's not there, or if he like asks me to teach something just to see like how I can teach it.
Yeah,
But or if I request something from like, hey guys, can I teach this? If I pick something up at a camp or something specific I want to show that I think a lot of the school hasn't seen. So it's primarily that, but I don't teach a whole lot.
that's all right. So what? So I didn't even realize he had a school. Is he subletting? Does he have actual just a physical brick and mortar? I mean, what has he got?
It is brother-in-law like owns the school, and they teach out of there. And his brother-in-law David, Sifu David, runs the kung fu side of the school. It's kung fu and arnis school, and Master Roland typically tends to head up the arnis side of it.
All right, well, so that's kind of a nice. Not they're not competing with one another. That's okay. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's
nice.
nice they can tag team that, and sometimes Sifu David will take over the arnis class and teach that, and sometimes it's either whatever, however they feel. Though it is nice. It's a nice synergy they can work with.
And are you still doing the kung fu?
I never picked up the kung fu. That wasn't something I specifically.
No, I just do the Arnese. No, I just no.
No, none of the hard stuff.
I don't want any of that five animal system. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man,
Um, well, interesting. Okay, okay. And how about Jacob? Who you teaching? Besides, I mean, with there anybody individually speaking?
Um, I'm in the same boat with Noah. We get clients periodically. We don't get them all the time. We had the latest one that we worked together with was an elderly gentleman. Um, I forgot his name, but we started working with him not too long ago, and so more people that we get interested into it, the more we'll be able to build our rep, and have a base for us to kind of operate out of. And one time at I was going to college. I think it was within the first year. I wanted to start like a club there. Um, I haven't really made any moves on that yet, but I might start something like that again or try to. I never really had it start up because I had uh, a lot of the time where they would say they were working on it, kind of get everything ready, and they had to run through process, but it never came to fruition. So
It
um,
can be frustrating when you're dealing with
I don't know.
agencies and school, but I wouldn't give that up because you can like it could be like there's a lot of folks that are teaching at colleges, especially in the West Coast. So I would try to pursue that still. If you can get that going.
Yeah,
Let me just see
I
here.
might I might try that again. It's just where I've been busy with school, and
Yeah,
taking care of family and all
which
that.
is more important, right? Just don't listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Renee's not new to the podcast. Renee's my other one that we do Marshall Man with. Hi, new to the podcast. What would you say is a good intro to Golly? He's just, but if you know what though, let's just treat it like it's a legit question, even though he's not new to the podcast. So, how would you
Yeah.
guys answer Renee?
What was the question?
Um, what would you say is a good intro to Kali?
Good intro
What do
to
you?
Kali. Well,
Yeah.
I'd probably do basic, like very basic, rudimentary, standard uh, drills, techniques. Kind of let them get a feel for it because it's definitely a lot to take in when you advance more into the art and get a better understanding of it as time flies by. It's definitely not a beginner friendly art, and I don't think most are anyway, but I think it's the more well versed and advanced martial art you'll ever come across with how much knowledge is crammed into one like present, you could say, or like big curriculum if people do that, which most do. They have like a set curriculum for that from beginner to advanced. Um, but yeah, I would say start very beginner, like very rudimentary, basic, like almost like Neanderthal basics is what I like to say, like very very simple. Something a 5-year-old could pick up and do.
Renee is mentally is like a fiver. This could be helpful for Renee. He's going to kill me next time I see him. Renee's a full dog brother. Nasty critter. Yeah. Christian, what would you? How would you answer Renee's question?
Good intro. And the basics, like I mean, in modern arnis specifically, it's the and Balintawak, it's the 12 basic strikes. That's a really good way to start. And then you show the different methods for blocking. But aside from that, I really like the Sinawalis and basic drills like 6 count, So it's like strike high, low, and mix it up. But it's really simple enough that you understand, like, once they get the hang of it, it comes from this angle, it comes from this angle, and it comes back and resets, stuff like that. But
Oh yeah,
I love the
that's the
concept.
midline, right? You know.
Exactly. I love the concepts that Sinawali teaches. Like, if you understand the motion for Sinawali, you get so much of it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, I'm just catching up comments here, guys. Good way to put it. Brent says, here we go. Ignore Renee. He's permanently concussed. um, um, is there a special event? Is there a special event? Is there a special event? I'm not sure what he means by that.
I don't know either.
Who else yeah, we'll have to. We got Norman saying hi. We got a bunch of folks saying hi. Chad Bailey, speak of the devil. Awesome, awesome. All right, no, you want to take a crack at Renee's question?
Sure. So first and foremost, pick up a stick, right? That's what we all started off with. That's your extension. And then just go for the basics. Go for Abecedario. Learn La Contra. Get your footwork right, right? Because your footwork is a lot of times like your foundation. Learn a numbering system. Find one that you like and go from there. Because your numbering system, your angles, it's going to teach you, your 360 defense, 360 offense, where you can strike, where you can't. Learn about your checking hand, right? Checking hand's always important. What we like to call the sacrifice hand. Um,
Okay.
more footwork,
And more.
because footwork trips people up a lot of the times. But first, just pick up a stick, get a feel for it, start the flow with it.
Oh my God! Here, what I find interesting is that if we could all add our ages up, it would still be younger than Dean.
Ouch.
Oh my Lord, Renee Cocolo, folks. um, okay, so all right, Christian, favorite weapon and why to play around with practice.
If I had to pick, my top would be a staff. It's typical 5, or somewhere from 4 to 6 feet. I prefer 5 foot,
That's
just
just
because it's kind of in the
fine.
middle. I know
So
that's a real. real basic answer, but it mitigates that range, and you can use it either double-ended and use the speed of it more. You can keep it single-ended and play with the long, keep the distance. You can deceive with it too. When you start sectioning those thirds on the staff, you can really trip people up on how far close you are, how far they think that staff is going to go.
Yeah, I love it.
And
It's so much fun. It is a lot of fun.
it
I think
is.
it gets overlooked just by sticks and etc. But
And FMA for sure, yeah.
yeah, I think so. Right. Yeah, it's fun though. And then the spear translation, right? I mean,
Exactly.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Burton's, and I was the guinea pig for it, and I loved it. In matter of fact, it was so like I had done a little in Taekwondo, but
Yeah.
it was more from a flash form kind of
Yeah.
aspect. But when I did birds, I loved it. It was it was so much fun. Staff is super. Staff, super, it is. Renee, I thought he was going to say staph infection. um, all right, Noah, favorite, weapon. Why?
Favorite weapon? My Glock 43X. No, I'm
Okay.
playing. I love swordplay. I love my stick. I'm a big fan of the Chris. I got all kinds of them. I got all kinds
Is
of
that from
different.
TFW? Can I see
It is
that?
from TFW. I love TFW stuff. Oh, fantastic, fantastic
Which
work.
number? Which number, Chris?
Ooh, good question. I don't remember.
It's okay. No worry. But I do. Is it on the heavier end or is
It's
it?
pretty heavy. It's not light. It's not. It's definitely not light. But I
For
got,
some reason, Chris is. Oh, look at
I
that.
got Malaysian and Indonesian style ones as well. But I love the Chris. I got it tattooed on my wrist.
Oh, look at that.
Um, but I always find a way to go back to the stick. The stick will always be my favorite, as bare
Stick.
bones and simple as it is.
Stick. All right. All right, Jacob, you're up.
For me personally, my favorite weapon would have to be the karambit. I like how unique the weapon is in general, and like the
Mm-hmm.
many ways you can do it. You can have it be a fixed blade, you could have it be a folder. You can open it in many different ways, like from the pocket or off of stopping someone attacking you and then flipping it out from there, either on the arm, the shoulder. Um, you can do a lot of things with the karambit, and I find it very unique that you can, because there's not a lot of weapons like that in context of using curved knives or straight knives that have that kind of ability that the karambit has.
It's stealth. I mean, and the inside, man, trying to track that thing in control. I mean, it's not really dueling sparring, but on the inside track, the stealthness, the quickness, the maneuverability of it. It's good. That's a tough stop, man. I'm going to get on the inside of you with that thing, and disarming them
Yeah,
is not easy.
yeah,
Um,
it's extremely hard, especially
yeah,
with them having their pointer finger inside the hole, where you
yeah.
can have it more secure and not
I
have
like that
anyone take it
actually
away from
because
you.
I find I played around dueling with that. I mean, you can kind of articulate, thrusting down like that, going against, knife configuration. So I
Yeah.
definitely like that. I like that grip.
Mm.
Um, just catch up with the comments, guys. That's all. They're coming, which is good
Yeah.
on you guys. People are watching. So, use your discount code Dean Franco at TW's website and receive 0 discount. So,
Mhm.
guys, if you want to go buy something at TMW, if you put in the discount for Dean Franco, you will get added to the price that's already listed. Oh
Good to
my!
know.
We got a question. I want to back up. Yeah, we got two questions actually. So let me back up here. One, let me go back up to Errol had a question. Okay, so if someone asks you to teach them edge weapon right away, what would you teach? Would you teach it?
Ooh.
Well, okay. No, I'm sorry, I misread that. If somebody asked you to teach them edge weapon right away, would you teach it?
Mm.
Hint.
What would be their intention?
They're
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
100. Why are you asking for knife?
Yeah.
100. That's what I would ask. What's your intention?
Mm.
Why? I think that's valid,
That would,
right?
yeah, that would definitely be the forefront as to be like having someone come up to you and saying, "Hey, can you teach me how to use a knife?" And I'll be like, "Okay, what's your intention? What are you going to use it for? What do you plan on like doing in the future with it? I mean, what? Because I wouldn't teach somebody off of the street corner that would just ask me that question. Uh, and I wouldn't even do it if someone paid me to teach them because knife attacks are pretty often, and it can be from
Ryan.
someone you would least expect.
Yeah, I can just tell you,
Um,
running Piper and running, Medusa, we screen everybody just because you get in the wrong person's hands and you just give it to somebody that you don't know or you didn't screen.
That's smart.
That stuff can
Oh
come
yeah.
back to really, you know what I mean? So yeah, like why and screen them, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Any you guys, anything you want to add to that, Christian?
Nothing specific. I'm kind of in the exact same boat. Like if you've got bad intentions, absolutely not. Now,
Yeah,
if you're gonna when I start bleeding into teaching knife, no pun intended. Okay, sorry, but
I
when I
got it.
if I was gonna start teaching knife basics, I would teach the offense first after making sure they've got good intention with it, and it would be I would explain to them that it's to understand how easily it is for someone to go and cut the knife back, or how easy it is for them to roll around and jerk it back, or move it some way that's really unpredictable. And then you realize how much control you have to put to it if you're unarmed and you've got to stop that thing.
Yeah, yeah, empty against knife is one of the
yep.
hardest things to get
It's
proficient at.
one of the most realistic we train in FMA, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's yeah. No, anything you like to add?
No, I'm more or less in the same boat. I mean, I don't think I personally would. My instructor, for the most part, he wouldn't teach you stuff like that till he got a feel for you. Just
Yeah,
because
I've been
it's not
around a bit.
something. Yeah, it's not something you wanna just give to anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You gotta know. Yeah, I mean, and also to me, there's an age. If you're a kid, I mean, that's
Oh
just
yeah.
honestly not even like. I mean, by kid, I'm even teenager. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
just yeah. And they've been a student for me for a while. And adults screen, and more screening. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, there are a lot of folks that I come across. I mean, they know somebody I know, or they came from a different organization. I know their teacher. I mean, that's of course helpful in that. But somebody just like for instance, I had a guy from Turkey reach out to me. He goes, "I want to be a rep in Turkey for Piper." No, you don't. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not happening. All right. So
Like,
Renee's
no.
saying, I got through Dean Franco. Yeah, I know. I didn't screen you well enough, Renee. Um,
Wow.
Hey, no one needs to learn. Yeah, exactly.
Awkward.
Exactly. Yeah. Lots of stabbers and they are not trained. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, okay, let's get to Brent. Brent had a question as well. I'm just backing up to get it. Okay. Do you guys train any specific knife systems? That's
Hmm.
Brent's question. Start Jacob. Any in particular?
Again, no. Like I said earlier, we do not have a set in stone system. All of our knife stuff that we started with was from Brian Lucas, and again, it's from your Dan. Let's see, it was JKD, Kali Blend,
Yeah,
PTK,
Hollow
Modern
Blends.
Arnie.
Okay.
A lot of
Do what?
seawall.
And see what? Yes, as well. We've we've branched out to many different styles in that regard. Um, we have taken a fancy to PTK. I think PTK is one of the more uh, better systems with knife. Um,
PTK?
uh,
What's that?
yeah,
What's
Vikiti
PTK?
Tertia.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. PTK.
Of course not. No,
I'm against PTK. No, I'm just kidding. No, I could say that.
I hate
No,
PTK.
I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. Um, so okay, so you got some. All right, okay, that's and Christian. Any system in particular as far as knife
Only
go?
what they teach in modern arnis. So following some of the classic drills that Professor Remy Price has had. Um, Other than that, no, not specifically.
Piper Deuce is a great system. They're not blended yet, Renee. uh, what is PT? Exactly, Coach Danny. What is it? Noah, any knife system? Anything kind of like Jacob or anything?
So, very similar with Jacob. Just a lot of what we had learned, whatever they teach in Krav. I love the Inosanto method of knife fighting. I love the way Salat handles the blade. It's so elegant and dangerous at the same time. It just kind of mixes together real well. And then I haven't got to train with them yet. I've been meaning to go down to Virginia, but I'm a big fan of the principles and methods behind Kelly McCain / Jim Grover, if that rings any bells.
WW Combatives?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Believe it or not, I still have all kinds of VHS tapes. I have his Crucible series still. So I like rewatching those on VHS. I'm not that young,
Wow,
but
wow, no,
I'm
no, no.
a big fan of his principles and his
Yeah,
philosophies behind it.
yeah. I mean, there's some interesting, really interesting stuff in W2 Combatives, and what you're seeing today. You just gotta wonder how much influence. Yeah. No, that's awesome. PTK is overrated. These guys are they're just joking. All the jokes aside, check Dean's stuff out. I thought it was bull crap, but then he beat the tar out of me. Um, so that was very nice of Renee, and I didn't beat the tar out of him. Um, yeah, um, but thank you for the mention, Renee. It was very nice of you. Yeah, so knife's kind of my major. I mean, I've done it all, but I just think that's what I'm going to see out there. God forbid, you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah.
And so I try to center my training mostly around that. Kelly McCann is great. Norman is backing you guys up in my in my own basement. Oh my gosh, we did train this basement, but then he got me back with a headbutt right in my chest.
Nice. Good old headbutt.
Um, when we were kind of playing around with sticks. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Have you? Okay, here we go. Have you done Japanese Iron Fan? Anybody? Have any of you guys done that?
No. No. Can't say
I'm
I
not
have.
even. To be honest, I'm not familiar. So
Right.
um, okay. Oh my God, they keep coming in, which is good on you guys. There's a ton of comments. Uh, Dean has done it all. Check out his OnlyFans. Renee, you gotta be careful who you invite. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay, if you I've got a few more on there, but if there's a system that you could train in, it was accessible to you, you didn't have to travel far, you had the time, et cetera, et cetera. What would that system be, Jacob? Jacob, can you hear me?
You're really
Sorry,
low.
I was muted.
There we
Okay.
go.
No,
Oh
I was
yeah.
muted.
Okay.
I was muted.
Yeah. So
Okay.
did you get the question?
Yes. If I was a beginner and I came across Filipino martial arts for the first time, and if it was accessible to me, I think because based on the area I live in and in the state, I think Serrata. and maybe even Balintawak would definitely be my first choices.
Kabbalas? Yeah.
Yeah, Caballos, yeah.
One of my.
I think those would definitely be my first two choices because I'm doing it based on where I live and the surrounding school or the closest schools to me,
Hmm.
and where elite martial arts is based in Hurricane, Taze Valley, um,
Okay.
with Bill Craver. He's definitely done a bit of Kabbalah Serrata, and he's definitely done some Balintawak as well. So I would say those would be my first two choices.
So Kabbalas or Balintawak. Okay. Let's try. Yeah, I know. Yeah. you know. Okay, Christian. If again, you could do it. You have the finances. You could get there, et cetera, et cetera. What system?
I'm biased, but I do love the modern Arnis side of it. As far as things I would like to check out though, would be Serrata is one that I've always been interested in. Also, don't know much about it. I'd like to at least understand the art a little bit better. Um, from the Kali Illustrissimo that I've seen, that one's up there.
Yes. Finally, somebody said it.
I got you. It's good stuff. From what I've seen of it, I really love specifically the way they utilize their range.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, definitely like just being on the outside, but yet having
Still being able to make that
opportunity.
hit, and I'm like,
Yeah. So Praksha and Unabhagata, the
yeah,
covering. I mean, in my opinion, the two governing principles. But yeah, no argument from me. But yeah, but I'm also somewhat biased. But yeah,
yeah.
um, yeah, good choice. And Kabbalah's too. I mean, yeah. Noah, same question.
Alrighty. I would really love to learn and dive deep into Villarreal Argusa Kali. It's just there's something about the way that they move that just is it draws me in. I love the way that they flow with it. I would love to learn that, and then I would like to dive deeper into the Pukalon Chamundi Silat origins. It's very obscure, but I've been able to track down people that still do it. So I'd like to explore more of that, more of the original traditional type methods behind it.
I think there's a group in Canada, and I think it's in the Midwest or somebody, isn't there? I think I'm not positive, but
Maybe, maybe I know a couple people that learned from William Sanders or Bill Sanders. Some people might know him.
yeah, those
Uh,
names for just through interviews I'm here. But yeah, as far as the Brill Lagrusa, just trying to think who would be the closest. I mean, I don't. There's definitely a few in California for sure. And there's somebody, the name is escaping me, who is in New Hampshire. I actually interviewed him, and I can't remember his name, but he's I think the closest one East Coast, I believe. I think, yeah. Unless somebody else might know somebody that's watching. Anyway, yeah, that's another one. You know, they, it's funny. Burton just got a hold of this through Guru Dan. Guru Dan said to Burton, "Hey, you live in Hawaii. You should go check this guy out. He was one of the original guys with Bill Brill before Lagusa got, before they got paired up."
mm,
Burton took his advice and met the guy. He said, that it was just outstanding. Like, just again though, not just Bill Brill, you know what I mean?
oh yeah.
But the guy's in Hawaii, so. All right. So okay, one of the big things that we talked about last time is like how to grow with the younger generation and et cetera and all that. Have you guys like since like I'm gonna guess it's been maybe like 2 years or so? Like, have you guys like noticed any influx of students, any growth, or has it still been kind of hard to get new folks, younger folks, to do these arts? Jacob, let's start with you.
Yeah, I would think since the last time that we talked, it's definitely been it's definitely not been easy to get someone interested in it for the first time. Like I mentioned earlier, you got these loopholes in life, you have to go through, like with college, taking care of family. But excluding all of that, just focusing on getting people interested in it for the first time, um, it's definitely something to take seriously, and try to put a good, decent amount of effort into it. Because if someone's not going to be interested in what you're showing, what's the point of them even having them come to you in order for them to learn something that they may use in the future? Um, with the product not selling, there's no demand for it. But if the product does sell, there's going to be greater demand.
So,
Um,
who's your
so
great where you're living? Who's your competition? Is it typical the MMA, BJJ, traditional arts?
yes,
Is that what you got out there primarily?
yeah, boxing, mixed martial arts, jujitsu, all of the popular martial arts that you know of are really most of the competition around here. They definitely do have the more students, I believe, compared to like someone who goes to um, like a FMA uh, only school, which you can uh, go to another school and do that, which was what Bill Craver did when he went to Wade, because Wade runs a Brazilian jiu-jitsu school, and
Yeah.
Bill has partnered up with him so that he can teach his Filipino martial arts to other students as well.
Yeah,
He's done a few
man.
classes down there.
Yeah, generally speaking, what's going on is, it's certainly better than nothing, but being a secondary or tertiary program in an existing school. Because if you go just, okay, I'm going to open, and the population of the area that you're thinking about doing a course is going to matter. But if you're thinking about doing that, and you're just making an FMA, the curriculum there, it's going to be tough because if you look, like you can go to any average household mom, they've heard MMA, they've heard, you know what I mean, just from infomercials, commercials, and TV, and
Right,
FMA is just it's
right,
just not there as just a far as just acknowledgement or just being known and like a household name per se, like the other
mhm,
aforementioned. So I think people have to
yep,
start out in that secondary church, and then you build up a decent client base. And then I think that's if you're going to, or if you do open a place, you're not just doing just FMA. You know what I mean? You have to kind of
yeah,
offer a few other things, And
mhm,
the last piece, because if even, then you got to look at a kids program. You know what I mean? Depending on what you're thinking
yeah,
or doing, right? It's tough. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
But
business.
I would say this though, um, it definitely does have the potential to start up on its own without any kind of secondary assistance. Um, I believe it does have the potential to do that if you put, like I was saying earlier, if you put a lot, like a good amount of effort into it. Its
Yeah, a lot
potential
of
is
effort.
definitely there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. Like here, okay. I did a show with Tim Hartman. It's probably a couple years ago. And with a fair certain degree of accuracy, we were able to identify schools, brick and mortar, that just teach FMA. Like it's not secondary, it's not tertia, they're not sublease, leasing. I mean, like and it was in the teens nationwide. Not even one per state. You know what I mean? It was in the teens. So that's kind of what you're up against. Now, obviously, if I change FMA and I say BJJ, multiple in states, right? You know what I mean? Like, imagine how many BJJ schools are in California. I mean, right?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Here's how to get people interested: demos, vids, parks, fights. I used to hold. So here's something, Renee. Oh, here's something you might. So like you go to parks and you just kind of you guys were on people walking by or spectating. It's like so. What Renee's saying is he he would go to park and just have spar days and other drilling or whatever. I'm guessing at the park to promote it, and for him it worked. That might be a thought for you guys. Go whatever a park and you guys just start playing around and that was actually a very good suggestion by Renee. Nowadays, just catching up with comment. Nowadays, it's pretty much a mixed school. Exactly. Right. I mean, you got to, if you're going to succeed, I mean, you got to have something in there that's going to draw people in there. And then hopefully you can segue some of them into the FMA. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Christian, what are your thoughts?
This is kind of where I thought this podcast was going to, like, what its primary focus was going to be, kind of like the one that we were on last time with you, or at least I was. The generational thing, because, like, yeah, we got to preserve it, like, most of the people I see training in FMA just so happen to be on the upper half of the average human lifespan. I don't know if it's because it's weapon based, and maybe I don't know what the reason is. Because it's more dangerous. Maybe we don't see a lot of, not more dangerous because of the weapons involved. You don't see as many younger people doing it. Um, but yeah, the thing I because I thought that's what it was. I had some things jotted down, and park like training at a park or like a rec center is one of them to like help keep FMA alive in general, regardless of whether you're on the older side or the younger side of it. Um, so like public training, but going to and hosting camps and seminars, like that's you exchanging knowledge, and that's like you're just expanding what you know yourself, but then you can continue and like pass that stuff on. We see it in the movies, like FMA. That's where a lot of people see it. I could definitely see it having the potential to really blow up. But like Jacob said, and I know Chris Chu is a big advocate for it. But you got to post it. You got to get out there and do it. You got to hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
competition, like I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. My only argument, and it's not even a disagreement, is
Yeah,
that yes, man, we've been in the films, right? I mean, it's been noted and all that, and still there's just this apprehensiveness or or people don't understand it. And maybe they just view it as it's just weapons. I mean, I think it's a combination of everything, to be honest with you. But I
yeah,
am a little surprised by the fact that it's been movies going way back to The Hunted, right? And then there's been a few movies after that, right? And still we're in the cellar.
yeah,
BJJ came to the States after FMA, and we have been blown out by them. It's not even a contest. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so I think there's part of the backyard mentality. Tim Harmon brought up an interesting thing, and he did get some flack for it, but I understand what he was saying. Take the F out of FMA. Just you open up your school. When they get in there, then they can learn it's that. I can understand pros and cons for that. I do. I just know though when mommy wants to sign up Johnny, she can relate to karate. She can relate to kung fu. She can relate to
Yep.
MMA. She's
right.
not relating to FMA. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so it's a tough situation. No, anything you want to add?
No, I mean, more or less the same. When people think martial arts, they don't say martial arts. A lot of times they just go, "Oh, karate" is a generalized term. And I just think that it's such a cultural thing now, and it's such a popular thing now that it's really hard to compete against, especially with BJJ's uprising and Taekwondo. There's not a lot of people that go looking just for Eskrima, Kali, Arnis.
I know.
So
Let me sign up for that stick fighting. You know what
yeah,
I
let's
mean?
sign up for some stick fighting. No, I'm gonna go to karate
It's
class.
really good though. You know, for training in public, people can see it. They can understand what it is more than because it is obscure. You know, it's not as common or obvious as Taekwondo,
Mhm.
karate, BJJ. It's not these big things that everyone knows about.
No.
So we're doing it. We're posting it. If we're doing it in the park, if we're having a seminar, a camp, and we're out doing these things and
Mhm.
making it obvious, it's going to spread more. You know, and that's
Oh
kind
yeah,
of the goal as the younger side of things. You know.
got to get on that TikTok grind. Got to get on that Instagram grind.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
guys have literally at your fingertips. I mean, you guys are pretty fluent in that stuff. I'm like, this is about as fluent as I am. Getting you guys on here to a show and hitting the
Which
start.
is fantastic. I'm going to say it again. I
Oh
think
yeah, no, you do a great
I
job.
love what you do.
Oh, I really appreciate that because there's some people who would love to see me fail. I'm telling you that right now. I hope Dean
Yeah,
fails and goes away.
I'm Team Dean.
You know, but you always have
not
that
gonna
small
happen.
element. You know what I mean? You always gotta have haters, right? You
Yeah.
know. Also, it's a good way to students. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Norman. I'm just catching on my comments, guys. They're coming in, which is good on you guys. People are interested to hear what you got to say, so that's fantastic. Um, but they're like,
Gee, I didn't know people cared about us after 2.5 years.
no, there's
We're
15
back,
people,
guys.
15 people watching, and I can tell you just by the comments coming in,
We're
just
still
doing this,
relevant.
it's well over 60 or 70 by now. That's really good.
That's good.
Don't even talk to them. Give them a card and agree. Most people that get into at an older, yeah, agree. Most people get into an older age, which Renee's saying. The weapon is an equalizer. You know what I mean? You know, here's the thing too, with the craziness going on today. You know what I mean? Just the breakdown of ethics and morals and what you're seeing, what people are doing to
Oh
one
yeah.
another. I mean, you would think like a weapon-based system would maybe.
Oh yeah. No, you think people would be crawling to it? I
You
mean,
know
every
what I
day
mean?
somebody's either getting shot or stabbed
I
or.
know,
I
but
honestly don't know that some like generic population people like I don't know that they know.
they did. You're right. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I think it's that
They're
obscure.
going to people. They just don't know that FMA could solve maybe
Mm.
part
They're
of
like, oh, karate self defense.
the
Oh, kung
solution.
fu is self defense. BJJ, all fights go to the ground type thing. I'm like,
Here,
not
it's right here. Brian
most
just said it.
of them. But it's
Yeah.
like if they knew that, I think you're absolutely right. They would
Yeah.
hop.
Brian just said right here. I think most parents are inclined to start their kids in traditional arts, karate, because that's what they know. That's what they've heard, and they're going to go by association, right? Um, the Seagull fight with Guru Danzig fight was epic. That way. Oh yeah, that
It's
was.
very epic.
I forgot
Oh yeah.
about the one. I forgot what that is. Here in Jersey, the younger Filipinos. Yeah, you have a right. You have a Filipino community down there, or some at least. Who are,
Woohoo.
yeah, so that's gonna. I mean, obviously, that's gonna help, which is great. You
Yeah,
know, great. You know,
that's the Bok
but
Bokken, right?
no, he moved to
In
Australia.
New Jersey.
He's in
Oh,
Australia now. Ray Galong. That's Arrow. So PG
okay.
Arrow has a school in New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay, I was
Um,
about to say, yeah, like Bok Bokken in New Jersey. Yeah,
yeah.
I was trying to connect the dots with those two.
Have a great platform. Yeah. So Dean and Renee have a great. So my other platform is Marshall Mann. We
I
just talked
have
about.
Ray's signature. I have Ray Galong's autograph, and I've never
Yeah.
met the guy, but I managed to buy a copy of one of Mark Wiley's books, and it just so happened to be in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, but yeah, I'm not sure when he moved, but he is in Australia now. Was definitely in New Jersey. Lodi sounds familiar, I think. But that definitely was there before he moved. Yeah. Uh, okay, marketing idea: run around town hitting people with a stick. The media will make it go viral. Make sure you wear school colors.
I like it, boys.
I
Let's
mean,
do
That's
it
what
it.
you gotta do. You guys
it
have to pick your
it
uniform,
works every time.
go to your
Nobody's safe.
respective towns, run around.
It works every time.
Oh my
You see that
god!
stuff on the news all the time. It gets
Yeah,
the attention.
right. My God, huh? It's freaking fright. What's going out there today? It's just crazy. Awesome new young dude swinging six of blades. You got older, need to protect you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I applaud you guys for doing what you're doing and trying to get out there and spread it. And I don't want to be negative or certainly deter you from doing that. I'm just saying it's not going to be an easy road. Is all I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
you know. Yeah, like I mean, like math. You know, the reason why I with students with that because it's not just FMA. You know, I went outside of like other systems. If I just stayed FMA, I would nowhere have the students I do now. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's just tough. Like if you look at like for instance, even with Guru Dance School, yeah, there's FMA there, but there's JKD, there's CLA, there's ground. You know what I mean? It's not just FMA, right? We lost Jacob.
Oh,
Uh,
disconnect.
yeah, I'm sure I'll be back. I have to watch the replay. Where are you guys from? So, Mike, listen, California. So they're from Virginia, and Christian's from North Carolina. Mike. Yeah, here. Okay, here's a legend saying it right here. GM Ray Floral.
Hmm.
FMA will never be mainstream, which is sad. Yeah, which is sad. Sad, but I can't right now. September 3rd, 8 o'clock. Can't really disagree with them. I
October.
but hopefully it changes, right? I mean, hopefully. I mean, I hope it changes for you guys and the generations that come up after you guys, right? I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
like if you guys, I mean, so Christian, do you have ambition to one day maybe have your own school?
I definitely considered it. I don't ever want it to be work for me. I don't want it to be my primary source of income.
Yeah,
I
no, no,
want
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
no. So,
Boo.
but yes, I've considered either owning my own school,
Yeah,
renting a place and teaching out of there, or just potentially teaching in someone else's school. But those have their pros and cons with them.
yeah, it's tough, but yeah, good on you. Like a supplemental thing, right? You're doing it to keep you perpetuating the art yourself. Maybe get
Yeah,
a few students to share, but you're not doing it for your sole income, right? Yeah.
exactly. I think
Uh,
another thing, like along those lines, actually, around along having a
yeah.
school and why FMA hasn't blown up is, and I'm sure it's been talked about before, obviously, but the fact that it was explained to me that Filipino martial arts were typically like passed down from either a grandfather, a father, or an uncle, and they
Mm,
took on a couple students, whereas more traditional arts, karate, kung fu, those had you could do your forms, you could teach whole classes, you could train your army, teach your people, everyone would be on the same beat. It was easier to teach to a group.
yeah, and plus, people it was more of a community, right?
Yeah.
Um, so, Touring Jack is saying here, let me know. I might help you in your FMA efforts, either through promoting events you have or helping you connect the right communities. Yeah, obviously, I mean, if you guys are doing events, um, I mean, obviously let everybody know, right? I mean,
Definitely.
Yes.
yeah.
Speaking of events, there's a thing in Charleston, which is the capital of our state. There's a thing in Charleston coming on the 18th of October. It's like, what was it, Noah? It's like a
Second
Filipino,
annual Filipino American Cultural Festival.
All
right?
right,
Yeah.
that's pretty
We're gonna
good.
be performing in it.
That's
You
cool.
guys should go down there and like do a demo or something. Here, GM Ray's right here. If you can capture the kids market, I mean, in other words, okay, if you can get the kids program going, I agree with them. You have a chance. If you were just relying on adults for there, it's going to be tough, but
Yeah,
kids,
for
and then adults. But yeah, kids are going to have to be a part of it. And kids, I'm telling you, you can teach kids FMA. Don't
yeah.
ever let anybody tell you you can't.
Oh
I've done
yeah,
it
give them full
for
noodles.
10
Let them
years
let them have at it.
with action flex and everything. You
I
go
was
do
gonna
it.
give him a spear.
Yeah, I would do that too. Yeah, make sure
Shoot,
if you
I'm just gonna give them a live blade and have them go at it.
Go nuts, kid.
Let's give him a whip. Why not?
yeah, flexible weapons, here we
Would not
come.
do that.
Here, what you can do? You could do this. I've hosted a couple. It's fun. It's kind of Dog Brothers ethos, but you don't have to do wood. You can do any. You can pretty much do what you want.
Yeah.
You go under Dog Brothers ethos, but at any rate, and beat the crap out of cancer. You could do that. So what you're doing is you guys might want. So what you can meet. You can talk to some of the Dog Brothers. Renee actually kind of is one of the founders. He could be instrumental in helping you guys. I went to him before I did one, and you just basically you're gonna promote it, organize it, but you want to put it in there. Anybody can come. They don't have to be just some FMA guys, and it's just friendly sparring. You know what I mean? Like you can do whatever your comfort level is. Matter of fact, at one beat the crap out of cancer, there were guys grappling. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
don't have to just do. You know what I mean? It's whatever. It's not like a gathering where it's a different story. But to beat the crap out of cancer, you can. Yeah, it's really open ended. That might be a thought. If you guys want to talk to Renee, and I can definitely connect you guys.
Very
Um,
cool.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can get people to come, and again, no ego. People just like, let's say you had a kung fu guy come with a 3 section style. I'm just making this up, and maybe you wanted to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean. But and
The
again, you can
dreaded one
choose the
section.
intensity. You know what I mean. You don't have to. Nobody needs to walk out there in a wheelchair, and
Yep.
yeah. So it's something that might be something to think about. Um, and Renee can. He just said he'd be happy to help. I'll form a group message with you guys with him.
That'd be cool.
He was very helpful. I did a call. It was great. You know what I mean? And the guys when I hosted the guys who came, then there were some dog brothers that came down to earth, most of the down to earth guys I've ever met. No egos. They were just happy that they had a place to come and somebody was promoting it. I mean, they were just really thankful.
Heck yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So argued system is, yeah, I know. Coach Danny, here it is. And Renee just said, I'd be happy to help. Yeah. That's a thought, you guys. And here's the thing: like, how far are you from Christian? How far are you from where they live? How many hours? Like, if you had to drive, how many hours?
Where are they being? Oh, from what, these guys?
Yeah.
I haven't done the math or put it in my GPS. I'm not
It's
sure.
a
But
couple hours. What,
West
North
Virginia?
Carolina from West Virginia?
Yeah. So it couldn't be more
Maybe
than 5.
Okay, so
5,
it's not out of the
6-ish
world.
hours.
Yeah.
Just think if you guys. So I'm just thinking, like, if you guys could find like a nice center geographic area where you could pull people from like around that area, FMA, because they do something in Georgia. It's not beat the crap out of cancer. I forget what they call it, but it's kind of along the same lines. Guys, they meet, like they'll eat, they'll do whatever. Some of them don't even do sparring. Some of them, like they'll get with another person, they'll exchange information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some will play around sparring, whatever. I forget the name of it, but they do something like that in Georgia. So you guys could do something like that. You know,
True.
it might be something worth looking into.
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't hurt, right? Host it's three. Oh, here we go. Renee, you kind of just said it right here. Hosted as a 3-state event under one flag. That's a great idea. Matter of fact, why? What? Any other? Do you guys have any answers? Because you see these ages hell a lot more than we do. Like, you guys got uh any other thoughts as far as your
Yeah.
own
Coming
age?
back to Yeah, coming back to what you're talking about with kicking the crap out of cancer, like some sort of event that definitely has some sponsors to it, uh, and have maybe a place of origin that could host it, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe where I'm going to,
Yeah.
maybe a college or a rec center or just a gym that you go to, because I haven't been there in a while, but there's an MMA boxing place, which I know that comes back to like the secondary thing, but it's more of like a event thing.
Okay.
You could do something like that. Have the place be like a host, and then bring in all of these other people in that are interested in
Yeah.
doing this kind of event.
You guys got to
Um,
do events. The more I think about it, I think you guys need to work together to create an event. Yeah, the three of you. Like, try to make it where you each can get there and all that. But I think if you guys promote it, I would help you promote it on here. I would just bring you back on the show. We would push it. But I think you guys got to do an event.
Heck yeah, I'd be so down.
I'm down. That'd be cool.
And you
yeah.
can make it. There could be some sparring if you want, where the people could do some exchange, information. Whatever. I mean, you guys can make it whatever you wanted to make it. You know what I mean? I'm just,
Mm,
I'm paying attention. I'm basically what I'm doing. I'm forming the message group with you guys and Renee.
Sounds good.
Here is Renee. He's a little scary, but he's very kind and will help you guys. Um, okay, I just formed it, just sent it. So yeah, he will. He'll help you guys out. He will. Um, he'll do whatever he can for you guys to get something going. And we got more comments. East Coast FMA conference. There's an idea. It
yeah.
doesn't have to be the. Here's the thing too, man. Don't underestimate yourself. What you guys could do collectively. Don't have to wait for the older guard to do it, or you can't do it because the older guard. Just go out there and just do it. Just do
Oh
it.
yeah,
People will admire you
oh
for
yeah.
it. I'm telling you right now. They will admire you for doing it. They really will. You know. Go to bounce. Keep doing what you're doing. Help you whatever you need. That's Renee. Um, Here's Mike. Have a few guys demo or give a 15-minute instruction for those in attendance. Spar and network with other FMA guys. See, everybody's saying it. You guys just got to do it then. Yeah, not scary. I have a arresting murderer face. But yes. So this is what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna bring you guys back on. You guys are going to get an event going.
Okay.
And then we're going to promote the crap out of it
Heck yeah.
so you guys can succeed. And hopefully from there, you'll get some growth. So realistically, holidays are going to be around this. So you guys should be like, my suggestion would be like, you guys like plan this like late spring or something. Like you have time to meet, talk to Renee, get things T's crossed, I's dotted, right? And then you
Yep.
guys get something going. I'll bring you back on. You'll have a flyer, and we'll just push it. And I tell you, if I got enough notice, I'll even come, and I'll drag Renee, and we'll come, and we'll
That
do
would be
whatever we
awesome.
can to help support you guys, and yeah, what do you guys think?
Heck yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. I think it'd be
we
really fun.
shall we shall
Yeah.
definitely try our best with that. And you're right about late spring, because uh, with me and Noah and anyone else that would join this, we definitely would be out of college. We wouldn't have to deal with so much uh, payload or work all the time,
Mm.
and being busy and all that stuff. Yeah, I think you're definitely right about having this be in the late spring, or maybe
Yeah,
even early
just so we
spring. I
got
don't
time to
know.
plan. Yeah, early summer, late spring, got time to plan. Not only that, you got time for people to plan their schedule around it to go. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? That too. And yeah, Tim's saying just make sure you're in with your instructor so you don't end up scheduling something of one they're planning. Yeah, so you're just not basically saying so you're just not
Hmm.
For sure.
you know getting to
Right, because
scheduling.
I mean, if something comes up and we're not able to go, we'll have to like reschedule or
Yeah,
do something else, maybe change something in it and all that stuff. So yeah, it definitely work in the spring or summertime.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys can do it. Yeah, a matter of fact, I know a bunch of people that are under my Western Piper that live North Carolina, all that, and they would help you. Brent Pierce, who was just on there, he would support. There's
That-
folks on there that would 100% would help you.
yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly roughly whereabouts in West Virginia you guys live, but Raleigh's a booming place, guys.
Top
So
song.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna want to go if it's already kind of a place that's kind of booming, and you know, what I mean,
Hmm.
that's good.
I
That's good. That's gonna help,
I know
right?
several FMA
Mm,
people, like even outside of my school in the Raleigh area.
yeah, yeah, and there's a lot more closer to you too, because you even have states like Georgia, like Dean was
Yeah.
talking about,
The Bundawak
and
people are in
Florida.
Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
you also have the
You'll get people
some of
from
the
South
guys down in
Carolina come
Florida.
up. I know people in South
So yeah,
Carolina. They would come up.
100%. That sounds really good. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. So your guys' homework is you guys got to meet, talk to Renee, get some ideas. Brent Pierce just said absolutely. So I have a whole wide range of networking people that I'm telling you they'll come in like a force to help you guys out. I'm telling you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That'd be awesome.
So you guys got to get together, just kind of agree like where you think you want to have it, right? Would make sense based on logistics, population, upbeat area. Is
I
it
love the
close
waiver.
to neighboring? You know what I mean? Like, is it close to neighboring states that already has some good folks and communities going on? South Carolina has a
yeah,
couple I know would come. Florida is not that far off.
They might drive up.
And again, I'm always looking to come down and get away and
That would be awesome.
yeah, pick a place. This is a good point. Coach Jane said, pick a place with an international airport close by. It's a good point.
RDU, 45 minutes from where I live.
What's it called?
RDU, Raleigh Durham Airport, at Raleigh Durham Airport
Oh, I've heard that. Okay,
International.
yeah. I've heard. Okay, yep.
So
Invite everybody,
see
no matter
ours
the background or system. That's what Renee's saying. Don't care. Just invite
our
them. It doesn't have to be FMA.
our
Just
yeah. Our state doesn't have that, so he's already got one up on us on that.
Yeah,
you're
we're
gonna want.
leaving
I
West
mean, not
Virginia.
that I'm trying to tell you guys should drive down there, but just on logistics and hear that, you guys are probably gonna be all right if you kind of do around this area because you'll pull from South Carolina, you pull from Florida, and you're gonna pull
Oh yeah,
from North
for sure.
Carolina. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That could be your tri-state area. It could be, yeah. I mean, it still could be Virginia, South Carolina, North, but you can probably get Georgia. You know what I mean? You know.
Seafood David may let us host
Yeah,
it at the school, Triangle Kung Fu Artist Academy, where I study, practice, teach. We
Yeah,
could
just
hold.
do it. I'm telling you, we'll make it happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in with you guys and just say, hey, you guys picked a place.
Yeah.
How's it going? Where can I help? And then you're gonna be talking to Renee, and I got a couple cats down there under WPM that they'll do it. They'll come. They'll help, and and pick it by airport. Get some time where folks can kind of coordinate their schedules. But I think you guys could we could do this. Yeah. I'm like motivated now. So we're
Same.
gonna
I'm pumped.
we're gonna do this. So I'm a man that's known to get a few things done. So
Heck yeah.
we're gonna do this.
Good
All
deal.
right.
I'm all for it.
Okay. So I'm gonna be in touch. So don't be
yeah,
like, like when I say, hey, knock knock, how we got things going? Like what's
Yeah.
so awesome, awesome. All right. So let's do this. So I formed a group message with Renee, talk to him. He'll give you some ideas like far as who to invite, what to do. And then you guys are going to have to kind of just choose that place, whether it's Raleigh or whether another place that has an international airport, right?
Yeah.
Kind of look at the months, May, June, you know what I mean? Like maybe when school's out, so now the parents don't have to, that could be a thought too when school gets
Mhm.
out, right? Obviously the weekend, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Awesome. So good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank
and
you for.
all that. And we're all gonna be in touch. So, all
Yeah.
Sounds good.
right, guys. You take care.
Thank you very much,
Sounds
Steve,
good.
for having
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You too, man.
Anytime,
Thank you, sir.
anytime. But get talking, get planning.
me. We will.
All
We'll
right.
work.
Yeah, we'll
All
try
right.
to. Yeah.
All right. Take care. Be in touch.
Take care, guys.
Yep. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right. Awesome. Yeah. I hope those guys can get something going. I'm gonna try to help it happens, or sure it happens. But folks like Renee and a few other folks are gonna help out. Brent and all that. I think it can happen. Seem all good young men and want to grow it. They're ambitious, so let's help them out, right? That's simple, right? Okay. Who is next? Who is next? Next Wednesday, I think it's going to be Marshall Men, me, Renee, and I'm going to try to get Darcy back in because he couldn't get on. He's got to use a different device, and I think Mark Medeiros also will be jumping in. I think that's going to be next Wednesday. FMA discussion. A couple people. Sean Sutton from JKD Association under Burton will be coming on. We've been talking about his program. And Lalo, who just competed over in the Philippines, won the week half gold for Mexico. We're going to be bringing him on. So that's what's coming up. But as always, you'll see him pinned and post FMA discussion. Until next time, everybody take care. Thank you for those who jumped in, watched, and commented. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, helping others grow. Absolutely, coach. And you gotta be part of this too.